What up, crypto lovers and enthusiasts? Bitcoin lost 60,000. We lost this morning. We lost a important line. We're going to take a look at the charts. We're going to see what the charts tell us. We're going to see who's been selling. We're going to take a look at various charts and the different players that have been selling. Okay, we're going to try to understand what's going on. What could happen? Do I still believe in the blow off parabolic phase of this cycle? Yes, I do. I think things are going to be okay. We're going to take a look because I know people are panicking. And so without further ado, let's do this. Let's see how much people are panicking. Let's take a look at this. The fear and greed index. 45. It's neutral. We're closing in on fear. Okay, to the left. That's cool. That's actually good, man. We need to reset. Okay, I think now that we see this, I think people are starting to understand maybe the left translated cycle theory is wrong. The 4-year cycle theory is still in play, right? Because again, historically, Bitcoin has done pretty much this, right? Historically, Bitcoin after the halving has not reached all-time highs until September, right? And so this to me is we got here early because of the ETFs, and now we have time to kill because it really can't go much higher right now. We have to chill out and wait until August, September, maybe end of July to start moving up in earnest, breaking all-time highs, and then spending a year just going pretty much higher, right? With a blow-off top ending somewhat a year after, right? More or less like it's happened in previous cycles, right? And so time to kill. That this happened is kind of surprised to me. This morning when it was down here at 56,751, I was like, oh crap, because I think this is really the line in the sand to me. 58,276. Could we spend a little bit of time beneath it and still be okay? Yes. Have we been here before? Yes, actually, surprisingly, we've been here May 1st. Okay, May 1st, we hit 56,478. Today we hit 56,751, more or less, right? And right now we are above this line right here. What is also important about this line is because there is also a moving average right here. This blue one right here is a 200-day moving average, and it's right here on this line. We haven't touched this moving average. The last time we touched it was like 10 months ago. Here, October 2023, guys. Okay, since then we haven't gone near it, and right now we're at it. So it should possibly bounce, right? I mean, that's what I'm gonna think. I've been wrong before. That we dropped down here, that we dropped below it. I was like a little shocked, but right now the body is above this line. We can touch it. We can hang out around here for a little bit, but I'd like to see it bounce. Okay, for me to feel better. Also interesting about this since February 28th, check this out. I mean, you can see that this part looks very similar, right? May 1st when we dropped here as low as pretty much this structure's low so far, May 1st, right? But to get there from February 28th to May 1st, that's 63 days. Just interesting stuff, food for thought, 63 days, right? And what did we do? We created, after that, another similar move, right? A hump, and then today, we got down to the low of this move, right? Of this little structure here, whatever it is, on today. And how long has that been? Coincidentally, 63 days. All right. So not only does it look very similar, the time-wise, it's also exact 63 days and 63 days. What's going to happen in the next 63 days? Could we do something very similar again? Are we going to bounce from here like we did last time, the following day? Let's see tomorrow. We'll find out. We'll get a better idea. But I thought that was interesting, guys. Okay, a lot of selling here. Okay, there's a lot of selling. That Bitcoin is still at these levels shows there's a lot of strength, man. It's honestly, this is extremely bullish that we're getting these resets because we were in extreme greed. That we're getting it now, these resets. That's great because that's gonna reset everything to get us ready for the next part, the parabolic phase of this market, guys, which is, I think, months away. It's a short time away. So this is maybe like the last bit of real pain before we really start having a fantastic year. The second half of this year, I think, is still going to be great, guys. Okay, even though this is happening right now, I wish I had more capital because, man, things have dropped so much. My portfolio is I'm still up, but it's way down from its peak. It's way down from its peak, and that's too bad. But it is what it is. I just have to sit on my hands. Okay, no big deal. Today's 4th of July, so the Dow Jones, the Nasdaq, and the S&P, they're not. There's no action going on there. But it's interesting. The S&P 500 is at all-time highs. Nasdaq is also at all-time highs. The Dow Jones isn't, but it's close, man. And historically, you know, these things have had strong correlation. The U.S. dollar, we're dropping from here. That's great. Things aren't that bad, man. September. That's probably going to be the first rate cut, and then more than likely, as long as it's not for recessions, that 12 months after that rate cut, we're probably going to see the blow off top, or maybe 10 months after. Around 12 months after that rate cut, we'll probably see a blow off top, guys. All right, so I mean, it's just things are starting to get juicy. This is probably the last thing, and really not much has changed, guys. Who's selling? Let's take a look at that really quickly. Long-term holders. Now, depends on how you define long-term holders. In the definition of this one, which has led to 622,000 Bitcoin being sold this year. This is what that is this year. That's how much Bitcoin has been sold. So net outflows of 622,000 if you define the long-term holders as those holding Bitcoin at least 155 days. Okay. Now, also these long-term holders are also Grayscale. Remember Grayscale? They've been selling like crazy. So if you get rid of Grayscale and you give them their own line, the net outflows change to negative 270 Bitcoin, still negative. Okay, if you change that to if you change the long-term holder definition to, I think, 2 years plus, negative 374. So however you cut it, however you want to do this, there's net outflows have been very, very strong, as you can see from these lines down here. Net outflows. Miners reserves have been going down. That means miners are selling. Okay, new Bitcoin mined has been less and less, but that's actually positive. US ETF acquisitions have been helping, guys. Okay, that has been helping, and believe me, there's going to be more waves because there's going to be more people entering to the market. Eventually, GBTC is going to stop selling. Okay, as you can kind of see here, this is GBTC outflows, and as you can see right here, it's getting less, right? It's getting less, right? Eventually, GBTC is going to stop selling. Germany is going to stop selling. They moved $176 billion worth of Bitcoin today. 76 million of it went to exchanges, and then 99 million of it went to another address that seems to be a deposit for an OTC service, over-the-counter service. So they're going to sell it at least over the counter, which is smart. Instead of just selling it in, it'll have less of an impact on the price of Bitcoin. Okay, so that's good. All right, so that's pretty much what I wanted to bring to your attention, guys. Okay. There's a lot of moving parts to it. I'm still gonna say that we do hold this. I don't think that we're gonna go too much below it. I think we're gonna stay like this. All that selling pressure, and we're still staying strong. We still at 58,200. Okay, a few years ago, 58,200 would have been a dream, guys. Okay, so just put things in perspective. Don't throw it all away right now. Don't throw it all away. Don't start selling unless you have to. If you have to, like I might have to make some sales tomorrow just because I need to, and that's unfortunate for me, and that kind of sucks. That's upset me, but you have to be okay with stuff like that. Okay, my portfolio is such that the sales that I make tomorrow are not going to break me. Thank God. All right, the sales that I'll probably have to make tomorrow are not going to break me. It's gonna suck because I'm selling at like where I think is like the capitulation level. I don't think we're gonna go too much lower, and I know I've been saying that, but I mean, as we look at crypto total, I mean, as we looked at what this is called, the others as the total market cap of crypto minus the top 10, and as you can see, we dropped out of this triangle. We're at 209 million there, and yeah, my portfolio is definitely feeling that. It's way out, it's way down from its peak, way down. It sucks, but still, put things in perspective, I'm still up, and I should be thankful for that. And you know, in a few months I'll be up way more, and at some point I'm gonna be up above the point, my previous peak. I'm gonna be at new all-time highs. Okay, so it's just dealing with it right now. However you have to deal with it. If it means to shut off your computer, if it means to just not look at stuff for a day or two, fine, go do that. Don't let this kill you, okay? Because we are so close. If you have to sell again, Okay, but try to keep it to a minimum. All right, try to keep it to a minimum. If you have capital, oh my God, you're so lucky. You can put in a good amount of capital right now, and you will probably see amazing returns. And this is probably the last time that you'll be able to do that. Okay, so this is a grand opportunity. Right, altcoins that are just getting killed, as you can see, just by representation of this. Others, total 3 chart, which is market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, holding support at least at the bottom, this line right here that I've had here. I thought maybe we could hold here. Nope, dropped. Boom. Hopefully we hold this. This is to this total 3 is like line in the sand. To others, we've gone past the line in the sand. But I mean, who knows? Maybe I have to analyze. Maybe I'm missing something right here. Maybe there's an area of support down here. I don't know how much lower we go, really, to be honest with you. But if I do that, then we are essentially at a pretty decent area, right? Eventually, I think we're gonna break past this channel that we're in. I don't know that we're gonna come back all the way down here. I highly doubt it. Maybe we drop down a little bit more, but eventually straighten out and eventually start moving up in a couple of months. Probably really hard. So that's another reason why I'm kind of upset about the whole selling thing that I got to do tomorrow. It's not a huge amount of money, but still, I mean, I look at it like, man, it's X amount of capital, but in a couple of months, that X amount of capital could be X, 2X, 3X, right? Whatever that amount is, 3 times, 4 times, at the peak, 5, 10, 20 times, 30 times, so I'm like, oh man, it is what it is though. It is what it is though. We can't kill ourselves up here. Days like this, man, gotta go do something. I like to work out. I'm hoping to get some boxing in later. I probably will. I gotta reach out to my coach and say, hey man, I need to get a workout in right now. Because that's it, guys. I think we're gonna leave it there. We'll check in tomorrow, see what's going on. I'll be watching this stuff like a hawk because I like it. I love crypto. Crypto's awesome. Even in tough days like this, it's really not all that bad. Put things in perspective and everything will be okay. All right, guys, if you can, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. I'm trying to grow the channel and all that stuff helps. With that said, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace.